Oh,
You must be a champion by now.
No, I wish. I'm trying.
oh.
Well, keep at it.
Someday. There's usually one shot in a game of 9-ball that's going to open up the rack for you and make everything easier. The problem is sometimes all the options are bad, so you have to take the best of the worst and just go with it and take a little bit of a chance of getting out of line or just losing the game. So the issue is in figuring out the odds and your best option of, 3 or 4 bad options. I can tell you never want to bang into other object balls on the table. The big part of 9-ball is not to disturb anything unless you absolutely have to, unless the balls are cluttered. Or sometimes a ball will be in a weird position and frozen to the rail to where the side pocket's in the way, so you just want to bang it off the rail to make things a whole lot easier. Well, bang it is kind of a bad phrase there. Let's just say tap it and move it off the rail.
We are not bangers. We are pool players. There are bangers in the world, but if anybody ever calls you a banger, it's a major insult in the world of pool.
So in a game like this where, everything's just pretty much wide open, or it seems to be, you really don't want to hit another ball. But there's exceptions to every rule. So if we look at our options on this 2-ball to get back on the 3, we could just slow roll the shot and just kind of tap the 2-ball in. But I guarantee because of the angle and it's a little bit of a thin cut, you're going to roll up slowly right behind the 6 and you're going to get yourself hooked. We could also, put a little bit of top in it and roll down to the bottom round and try to bounce off it to get back up table on the 3. But because of the top, we're going to get a little bit of an arch, and you're going to go down to the bottom round. You're going to get hooks behind the 5-ball because of the angle coming off the bottom round. You might even scratch here. It just comes down to your table and the cloth that you're playing on. Now, what seems to be your last option, but really is not, is just to hit this ball with left-hand English. No top, no bottom, just center left on this to kind of stun it down to the same bottom rail and spin it off that rail to try to get back on the 3. But the problem is you're going to go into this mess right here, and now you're taking the biggest chance of all, so that's going to be eliminated as we look for another option on the 2-ball. And before we go any further, I'm sure there's some of you that are seeing the doorway between the 6 and the 7 to go off the same bottom round and just don't spin it, just stun it down a little bit, maybe a little bit of left-hand English to try to spin it through. But I don't like that idea because you're really splitting hairs here and have to shoot this too perfect, and you can't expect yourself to be perfect. Nobody is perfect, not even the magician. He cheated. No, he didn't cheat. He's just very lucky. No, he's not lucky. He's very good, but we ain't him. So it only takes another second to just push your brain a little bit further and find better options. And this is a great case of it. And you've been watching my videos for a long time. You know I'm always pushing you one step further with your brain and trying to break you out of slumps and trying to get you to see the light. So just take one more second to see another option. So the best option here would be to use the 6-ball as a stopper and shoot the 2-ball in the side and kind of draw it off the 2-ball and into the 6. Now the problem with this is the 6-ball is going down table, and where exactly it's going to go We don't really know, but we have to take this chance. The 6 could get tied up with the 9 ball. And in that case, you have to realize it's the 6 ball, which is in the later part of the game. So we're going to have another 4 shots to break out the 6 if it does get tied up. Or we might decide to just leave the 6 and the 9 there and then play a safety once we get on the 6. So it's worth taking a chance on the 6 ball to get right on the 3 ball. And after I shoot the 2 ball, you'll see me walk down table and check the 6 to make sure I still have a shot on it and nothing is tied up. Another reason you really don't want to do this is because the first thing you want to do after the break is plan all the balls on the table, the whole entire run out. And then when you start moving balls around and hitting balls, it screws up your whole plan. You have to reassess the whole thing. And that's where 9 ball's a little bit different than other games. Once the rack is planned, it's just a matter of getting your slow-ass body to get down and do what you have in your head. And then it's all about, can you do what's in your head? I mean, is this a feasible plan? Is everything going to go smooth? But you don't want to reassess the whole thing. It's like starting a brand new rack every time you screw it up. And that's a lot of thinking, and all that thinking kind of takes out the fun. You've already thought about it. You don't want to rethink about it. Now, other games like 8 ball, they're different. You're usually thinking all through the game, but with 9 ball, it's just breaking the best you can, planning the whole rack, and getting down and doing what you plan. So if this goes well and nothing gets tied up, then this is the key shot that's going to open up this whole rack, is this 2 ball. The only other real issue here is where we're getting on the 4 ball to get on the 5, but I'm not really concerned about it. You'll see me wind up with a long, not necessarily straight in shot on the 5 ball, but I am jacked up a little bit on the rail because I have to stop the cue ball on the 5 to get right on the 6, but I'll just let you see what's going on there. And there's another really good shot that I recommend you practicing as a stop shot on the 5 to get right on the 6. It's a long shot. It takes a good stroke, and you'll see me put a bar table stroke on the 5 ball in order to do this right. And because I have a little bit of an angle on the 5 ball, it is going to bounce off that right hand round, but the agenda is to not let it bounce too hard. I certainly don't want to go into the 9 ball or the 6 ball. I don't want to move any more balls on this table, that's for sure. So it's a touchy shot, but if you practice it, it will come in very, very handy for your pool game. And let's go ahead and watch the whole game.